Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 1. Yes, day number 1. This has to be week 8, fall 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Let's begin. So today I am very happy because we are going to start our geometry rules. Today is Monday the 21st of October, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. I need you to write this down inside of your book. Again, make sure write this down inside of your book. You should not just be looking at the screen. So make sure write this down in your book. Mathematics, the topic is geometry part 3.
Mr. Petit, I can't hear you.
You cannot hear me? Can the rest of y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah? So,
Yes, sir.
okay. That's Lamar. Lamar, you say you can't hear me? Where's Lamar? I think if you can't hear me, you have to.
You can answer.
Okay. That's true. If you can't hear me, you can't answer. That's true. That's true. All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Elvin. Okay, so
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
Mr. Petit,
Hello.
Cut back on.
Back on.
I'm just about to send you the work I
Yes.
did from last week, the second day that I wasn't there.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing geometry. It's gonna be geometry part what? Let's call it part 3. We're gonna get into the real one. We're gonna start off with our first rule. Very important rule that we're gonna need for answering these questions. Okay, so the rule says that, the rule, let's say the geometric rule or geometry rule. Write this down for me, please. Let's call this rule number 1 because it's our first rule so far. The rule says, Caleb, can you hear me? Where's Caleb? Caleb, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you writing this down, Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Not that Caleb. Caleb Bagnall, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So rule number 1 says that the interior angles of a triangle add up to what? Anyone notice? The interior angles in a triangle add up to
60 degrees.
60 degrees.
280 degrees.
280. Okay, that's what we do. I'm gonna put inside the chat. I'm gonna open the chat, right? I'm gonna open the chat. I'm gonna open the chat and you're gonna tell me what you think the answer is. Okay, the chat is open. Put how many degrees you think. The interior angles of a triangle add up to how many degrees? Which y'all think the answer is? Is it 180? Is it 60? Is it 90? Is it 280? Is it 120? Is it 270? Is it 60? Is it... I'm seeing a lot of different degrees in here, but what do the interior angles of a triangle add up to? Where is Brianna Moss? Brianna Moss, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Brianna?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Do you have a...
Excuse Mr. Petit.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Antoine.
sorry. I was gonna ask you if my answer is right.
What did you have inside the chat?
64 degrees.
64. That's so wrong.
Mr. Petit, if you read my answer in the chat, you could understand.
No, the answer is wrong. It's not 64. 64, that ain't even a good guess. All right. Who say 270? Who say it's 270? You think like...
I think it's 270.
270, okay. 270. Who think it's 360? Who think it's 360? Anyone here think it's 360? No one here think it's 360? Wow.
I do. No, because it's a complete.
I do.
You
I do.
did.
I do. I do.
All right. Who think it's 180?
Me.
I do.
Oh, wow. All right. The
Me
interior angles.
personally, I think it's 90 degrees.
You think it's 90, Joel? Okay.
I'm sure it's 180.
It's 60.
It's 60? Okay, someone's saying it's
180.
60. So the interior angles
60.
of a
180.
triangle add up to 180 degrees.
Oh,
I had a feeling it's like about that.
Add up.
Right?
Told
Like
ya.
you have to add it up.
Uh-huh. So the idea is I want you to draw this, right? I want you to draw this triangle for me. Draw this triangle. Let me show you it. So draw this triangle for me. So if we have this triangle, say, right? This will be like this. Can you all see it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
yes, sir.
So draw this triangle for me. This is the example of the rule. So the idea is that if we have this triangle, this angle, call it A, and that angle, call it B, and this angle, call it C. When we add them all up, they should add up to what? We add them all up, they should add up to
180.
180.
yeah, they should add up to 180 degrees. All right. And in an equilateral triangle, what does each angle measure?
60.
270
degrees.
degrees.
No.
Two-
If they
280.
all add up to 180, what must each be?
360. 60 degrees each.
60. 60. Because 60 and then 60 and then 60. And so they must all add up to, they must all be 60 in an equilateral triangle. All of them is gonna be 60. But we don't always have equilateral triangles, so it ain't gonna always be 60 on each end. But
Sometimes it could be 180.
you know, whatever the measurement of these is, whatever it is, they must add up to 180 degrees. Make sure I draw.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
I was close with 64 though.
64, that's only for equilateral triangle. It'll be 60. But we're saying the sum of all of the angles. That's what we want. The sum of all of the angles. That's what we're looking for. All right. So do you all have this written down? Let me know if you all have this written down, please, before I move
Yes,
this.
sir.
No.
Yeah, so
Do you all
Yes,
have the
sir.
drawing of the triangle?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Where is Brianna Moss? Can you hear me, Brianna?
Yes, sir.
Are you drawing this down?
I already drew it.
Okay, so Brianna, what is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to?
180 degrees.
180 degrees, very good. And Xavier, what is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to? Xavier,
Good evening, Mr. Petit.
good evening. How you doing?
me, Miss Petit.
Yes. What is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to?
180 degrees.
180 degrees, very good. Aiden Bean, where's Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden, what does the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. And D'Angelo Smith, where's D'Angelo? D'Angelo, can you hear me? I can't hear from D'Angelo. How about Denvor? Denvor, can you hear me? Denvor Lockhart. Where's Denvor? I can't hear from my D's. Let's try.
Whoa!
Let's try. Where's Carrington?
Yes, sir.
Carrington. What does the sum of the interior angles in the triangle add up to?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. Okay, so let's do an example on this. So where's Tiffany? I know you just reached, right? Where's Tiffany? I know you just arrived.
I'm here.
So what we're saying is that if you have a triangle, any triangle, and you add up the interior angles in the triangle, it should give you 180 degrees. And that's the rule so far. Take a picture of this because I'm going to move this slide. I'm going to move
I
it.
just finished it. I finished.
You got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do some examples on this. So let's call this examples. Go back. Take a picture of it quickly so we could move. So that's our first geometrical rule, that the interior angles, and interior angles just means the angles inside. You have this? The interior angles just means the angles inside. They must add up to 180 degrees. All right, so let's do some examples on this question. So let's say, for example, we have, let's say we want to find the measure of, or the size. That's what measure means. We want to find, no, I'm not gonna label it like that. Let's say we have, let's say we want to,
Your screen froze.
it's frozen. The instruction states, you can see now? Find
Yes, sir.
the size of angle X. So find the size of angle X. What does angle X mean, right? Or what is the size of angle X? Write this down, yes, definitely write this down. So we have these three angles, or three triangles. Remember the rule, please remember the rule. The rule is gonna be helpful for us in this case. So in each case, we wanna find what X is, and I'm gonna label X in each case. So let's say that we have 1, 2, 3. Let me elongate this so it would be down. All right, so let's say for the first one, angle X is right here. Let's say that's this angle X. And say, let's say in the second case, angle X is right here. And in the third case, angle X is right here. And in each case, we want to find, or we want to determine the size of angle X. Let's consider number one. Number one, I have inside this, by the way, which shape we're looking at? This is a what? This
Triangle.
is what? Triangle. Triangle, right? And by the way, please draw this. Use a ruler and a pencil to draw it. Use a ruler and a pencil to draw this.
Yeah, draw all of them.
Draw all of them. But we're gonna start with number one. So I want to figure out what is the size of angle X. Anyone have any ideas on how I can get angle X? Anyone?
Add the two sides that are given.
Add C and B.
Go ahead, Kanan.
Add T and B and take away 160.
Go ahead, Kanan. How do you think we're gonna do it?
I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to add the given angles and then subtract it from 180 degrees. 180 degrees, which a triangle is equal to, and that's X.
Why be subtracting from 180?
Because the triangle should add up to, the angles should add up to 180 degrees.
Is he right? Anyone think yes, he's right? Anything?
I think he's right.
Yes, he is.
He's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So the idea is that we have these angles inside the triangle, right? And these angles must add up to 180 degrees. Why? Because it's a triangle, right? That's the first rule. Angles inside, the interior angles of the triangle must add up to 180 degrees. So that means that 37 plus 63 plus X must add up to 180 degrees. And so what we have to do is, the first thing we're going to do is we have to add.
Add 63 plus 37.
So we're going to add which numbers?
63 and 37 equals 9.
So it's going to be 37 degrees plus what? Plus 63.
3.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
I mean 100. I mean 100.
100.
And what is 63 plus 37?
100.
100.
That's what y'all get?
Excuse me,
100
Mr. Petit.
degrees.
Yes, Caleb. I mean,
100.
I mean Antoine. Sorry.
I didn't get cut out, so I supposed to be writing this?
Yes, we're writing this down. 7 plus 3 is what?
10.
10.
10.
Put the 0 down. Put the
1 on top of the
above.
6.
6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 3 is
10.
10.
yeah. So it's gonna be 100. So that means that this is
Mr. Petit, there's the answer 80.
Y'all say the answer is 80.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
80 degrees.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing we must do is we must add. Then the next thing we're gonna do is what?
Subtract.
Subtract.
Take away.
Take away.
Subtract. Why? Why are we subtracting?
From
180 from 100 from
100 from 180.
Angle equals up to 180.
very good. Because angles, the interior angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So there's gonna be 180 minus what?
100.
Minus
100.
100. And so we have that
Equals
is
80.
equals to 80.
80 degrees.
80 degrees. And so what is the size of angle X? X equals what?
80.
X equals 80 degrees. And it makes sense because if you add 80, 37, and 63, what should you get?
180.
180. 180. Do y'all understand number one? Let me know if y'all understand number one. How we got it?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all sure?
So,
Yes, sir.
Brianna Moss, do you understand number one? Where's Brianna Moss?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where is Ramon? Where's Ramon? Ramon, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand number one? Ramon, do you understand how we got for number one, but you understand what we got?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. How did we get our answer X is equal to 80? Ramon.
Because you have to add first, then when you get your number, you have to subtract from 180.
Very good. How about you, Brianna Moss? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
Yes, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
I need to ask a question. How did you get 180?
How did I get 180?
Yes, sir.
That's a good question because the rule is that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So that's how we know we have to subtract from 180. All right, that's the rule. You have to use the rule which says that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees.
Okay.
So that's why we use 180. What y'all got for number two?
I don't know what you know.
What y'all got for number two?
44.
44.
44?
I get 9.
How y'all got 44?
I get 56.
34.
I get 98.
I get 56.
98?
I add in 46 by 90.
I mean 89.
89? Are you doing all type of answers? Put your answer inside the chat for number two, please.
100.
Put your answer inside the chat for number two. I seen all type different answers. 56, 89, 134. What else?
when you add, it's 136.
44, 67. Okay. 144,
I don't
44.
understand number 2.
You don't understand number two?
No, sir.
Okay. And where is Alandra Parker? Where's Alandra?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Ramonica, where's Ramonica?
Excuse me, Mr.
One moment. Where's Ramonica?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tyreek, you have a question?
Mr. Petit, I
For
Go ahead. Speak again, Tyreek.
for number 2, you use a 90 degrees and C is 90.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
That's That's like 46 plus 90.
I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Tyreek, I don't know. What do you think?
It's
What you think? What do you think, Tyreek? You think we should use that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's what you should use.
You think so?
Mr. Petit is
All
my
right.
answer, right?
All right. All right. I'm seeing 44. I seeing in the chat, I'm seeing 44, 67, 67, 56, 89, 60. Okay, 80. Okay, well, let's see. 56. Okay, so what does the box mean? We dealt with this last week. What does the box mean?
That means
90%.
degrees.
90
degrees.
90 degrees. 90 degrees. So
136.
Caleb, where's Caleb?
Yes, sir.
The box means 90 degrees. All right, that's what that box means. And so that means that we have 46 and 90. So what's the first thing we're gonna do?
Add.
Add
46 plus 90.
What?
yeah.
You add 46 to 90. Add
And that
46.
give you 136.
Yeah, so we add 46 and 90. So 46 degrees plus 90. And when I add them, what do I get?
136.
136
Degrees.
degrees. So we have 90 plus 46. When we add them, it's gonna be 90 plus, well, 0 plus 6 is 6, and 9 plus 4 is 13. So this is definitely
136.
136
136.
degrees, right? Because we're dealing with angles.
Yes.
And angles are typically measured in degrees, at least at your level, we only deal with degrees. Okay, so next, what we're gonna do after we add them, what we're gonna do?
We're gonna go take away.
We're gonna subtract, right?
Take it away.
Subtract from what exactly?
180.
From 180.
180. Why do we use 180?
Because that's how much a triangle is measured up to.
Exactly. That is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So we have 180, right?
The answer is
Degrees.
56.
Minus what? 136 degrees.
Give you 44.
And that is equal to
44 degrees.
what it is? Is it 44 or 56? What is it?
44 degrees.
44 degrees.
44 degrees.
44 degrees.
44.
56.
44 degrees.
44. 44.
44 or 56. What is it? What is it?
44 degrees.
44.
44. It's 44.
No, 56.
56.
44.
All right, we can see who can subtract right
Zero
now.
can't take away 6 and 8 take away 3 is 5. And
All right,
1 take away 1.
0 minus 6 is what?
Mr. Petit.
0 minus 6 is what? 6, right?
Oh,
And then 8 minus 3 is what?
5.
5.
You can't do 0 minus 6.
So the answer is what?
56.
The answer is 56, right?
Oh.
No, Mr.
No.
Petit.
No, you got borrowed.
Is this the answer?
You
No,
have
it's
to
not.
mark the 8.
No, this is definitely not the answer. If you do it like that, you don't know how to subtract.
7.
You have the what? Borrow, right? This is gonna be what? 7. This becomes
The
what? 10. 10 minus 6 is what? 4. 7 minus 3 is 4. And 1 minus 1 is 0.
0.
So it's gonna be what? 44 degrees. Who said 44 degrees?
From 8.
Very good.
The recalculations.
All right, so x is equal to what? X is equal to what?
Four.
X is equal to 44
44
degrees. 44 degrees. Anyone else got 44 degrees? Let me know if you got 44 degrees.
I did.
I did.
Excellent.
Mr. Petit, number 3.
Put your answer for number 3 in the chat for me, please. Put your answer for number 3 in the chat. Put your answer for number 3 in the chat for me. Put your answer for number 3 in the chat. Let's see what the chat say. What is x equal to? I'm seeing x is equal to 93, 54, 83, 87, 107. Okay, 23. What y'all answers for number 3, by the way? What y'all
93 degrees.
what y'all answers for number 3?
93.
93. Who wants to do it? Who say they want to do it?
Me.
Who's me?
Caleb.
Caleb?
Look, I can do it.
Go ahead, tell me. How are we gonna do it?
Okay, first you take away 50. First you add 51 and 36. 1 plus 4 plus 7. Then you add the 5 plus 3 is 8. Then it's 87. Then you take away 180 from 87. So it can take away 7.
Caleb, your background is very noisy. Your background is very noisy, Caleb. Okay. Well, we know the first thing that we have to do here is we have to add. So we're gonna add the 36 and the 51. When y'all add them, what y'all got?
187.
Is that correct?
87.
87.
It's 87.
36.
87.
87.
Just 87. So 36 plus 51 is what?
87.
87.
Let's check. So 51 plus
Answer is 103.
36 is 6 plus 1 is 7.
7.
5 plus 3 is
8.
8.
So it's just 87 flat, right?
Yes.
Then you take away 180 from 87.
From 87. We give you
87.
93.
103.
All right. Where's Brianna Moss? Brianna Moss, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand it? Are you understanding this?
Yes, sir.
There is is Destin here? Destin Johnson. How about there's someone else oh man, the name. Okay. Camaro Rose. Camaro Rose. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yeah, I can hear you.
You get me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do you understand what we're doing?
I think I can.
Think you got it?
I think I got it.
What's the next step? We added 36 and 51. What our next step is?
Subtract this by 180.
Why are we using 180?
Because the interior angles of a triangle adds up to 180 degrees.
Class, is he correct? Is he right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, he's absolutely right.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're gonna take what? 180 minus what?
87.
7.
Minus 87. And 180 minus 87, that's gonna be equal to what?
93.
Degrees.
So I gotta subtract this because some people in there need help with subtraction. So 180,
103.
103 or 93?
93.
93.
All right, so we have,
From the 8, it's 7.
if you borrow from the 8, it becomes what?
10.
7. And this becomes what? 10.
10.
10 minus 7 is what?
3.
3, very good.
17.
And then 7 minus 8, can we do that?
No, 17.
No, so you gotta borrow from the one.
Exactly, gotta
And I
borrow.
one turn to 0 at the
Okay, Very good.
Yeah,
Becomes
I got 3 degrees.
17 minus 8 is what?
9.
9.
9. So the answer here is going to be what?
93
93
degrees.
degrees.
93 degrees. So what is x?
X is
X equals
93
93 degrees.
93 degrees.
X equals 93. X is equal to 93 degrees. So it's official. We have started geometry. Put I inside the chat if you understand how I got this. Put I inside the chat if you understand this so far. Put N if you do not understand how I'm getting these answers. Again, put I in the chat if you understand. If you do not understand, put N. Yes, Thomasina, go ahead. You have a question?
Could you go back for the notes for me?
Okay, I can. Anyone who do not understand, let me know, please. If you do not understand how I got my answers.
Oh, Mr. Petit, are we gonna have a test on this?
No test. We're gonna have a great exercise too, but not no test. Malia Bassett, where's Malia Bassett? Malia Bassett, where's Malia Bassett? I don't know if she can hear me.
Yes.
You say you do not understand how I got this?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So first of all, the way we got it is that we know that based on our rule of geometry.
You gotta take away the double from 180.
So Malia, we know that based on our rules of geometry, the interior angles of a triangle must add up to 180 degrees. So these three must add up to 180 degrees. And so that means that if we already know that all three of these must add up to 180 degrees, and we already know that this is 36 and this is 51, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 36 and 51, which we did, right? And we got 87, and we subtract it from 180 degrees, and we get 93. So that means that X must be 93. Because if X is 93, and this is 36, and this is 51, if we add all three, then it'll be 180 degrees. And that's how we got X is equal to 93. Does that make sense? That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what I want you to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, including the notes. My number on WhatsApp, for those persons who are new, my number is 426-8891. Again, it's 426-8891. That's my number for those persons who are new. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you are new, I need you to put your name as well. Put your name as well when you are.
That's it for today.
Excuse me, Mr.
No, we're not finished. We're not finished. It's just the first slide. The second slide. So go ahead.
Can you go back to the first slide so I can take a picture of it, please?
Yes, I can. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
What work?
Your number is
Mr. Petit.
My number is in the chat. It's right there in the chat. 42688. Wait, y'all can't see it, eh? Wait, let me put inside the chat again. 426-8891. 426-88. Look in the chat again.
Okay, I see it.
Where's Danielle Curry? Danielle?
Right there.
One moment. Where's Danielle?
Right there.
Danielle, do you have this written down?
Yeah, I got it written down.
Okay. So take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Aiden Bethel, where's Aiden?
I'm here.
You have this written down already?
Yes, sir.
Genesis, you have this written down? Where's Genesis?
Yes, I just sent it to you.
Okay, and Malachi, do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Shavette Harris, do you have this written down?
Yes, I do.
Where's Tyreek Williams?
Question. We had something to
Alright.
write down before this slide.
We didn't. I'm gonna go back. Where's Tyreek Williams?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
1 second. Where's Tyreek?
I read it.
Tyreek, what happened to your notes? You sent them to me?
Which one's from last week?
I mean this one for today.
Oh no, sir. I still was writing it down. I did take a picture of it though.
Okay, you have to write this down because I don't have a lot of your work from last week. All right. Okay, so
I
I'm
was
gonna.
here last week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excuse me, Mr.
Excuse
Petit.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Xavier.
Oh, my phone is actually dead. Is okay. Is it okay if I send you everything after class? Or at least
Yeah.
when the charge up? All right,
That's
thank
fine.
you.
That's fine. Okay, so for those who weren't here earlier, this is the first slide. That's all we did so far. That's the first one. That's the first slide. Okay. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put. So we're gonna do a grade exercise on this. Yeah, we're gonna do a grade exercise on this. Now for the grade exercise, you do not have to write down the the work. Just gotta, all you have to do is put the answer inside the chat. Put the grade exercise. This is going to be a continuation of, well, let me just label it and whatever.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday when I came home, I found the flyer again for the classes.
This is Antoine.
Yes, sir.
Oh, for real?
I can
Okay.
send it to you if you want to.
Yeah, send it to me. Okay, so for these ones, y'all can see my screen or no?
It's still on the
We
math.
can see your screen.
I can see it now. So find the value of X.
Yes, we can.
Now, in this case, right, I want you to put your answer in the chat. So you don't have to write down, you don't have to actually draw the diagrams and just put your answer inside the chat. Let me put, and you have to number them. So let me actually put the numbers on this.
Just work for now.
Yeah, please do this right now. Do this right now. Do this right now. Number 2, number 3.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I sent the picture.
Okay, thank you. Number 4, number 5, and number 6. All right, so this right here is X, obviously. This right here is X. This right here is X.
So we're doing this in chat, right?
In the chat, yes. This right here is X. This right here is X. This right here is X. And this right here, yeah. So when you answer in, put the number and the number. Yeah, put the number of the question and also put your answer when you're answering it, okay? Destin Gilbert, where's Destin?
Yes, sir.
Destin, this ain't your first day, right?
No, sir.
It's your first day?
No, sir.
Oh. Destin, what number you on?
3.
Number 3, okay. And where is Danielle Curry? Daniel, what number you on?
5.
Yeah, just start.
Okay. And Jalen, what number you on? Where's Jalen? Jalen, what number you on, Jalen? Tyreek, what number you on?
I'm done.
Rudy, what number you on? Where's Rudy? Rudy? Where's Rudy? Where's Rudy? Rudy, can you hear me? I can't hear from Rudy. Gilbriana? Where's Gilbriana? What number you on, Gilbriana?
I'm here.
What number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Remember to put your answer in the chat for me, please. Put your answer in the chat. Where's Isaiah? Isaiah Brown, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3. I gotta actually hear you. today.
Yeah, yes, sir. I just realized.
All right. Nateo Green, where's Nateo?
Number 4.
That's up.
What number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Shalise, where's Shalise?
That's all.
Are you finished with all?
No, sir. I asked you another question.
Okay, I see it. And where is Malaya Major? Where's Malaya Major?
Right here.
What number you on?
3.
3, okay. And Tony Cooper, where's Tony? Tony Cooper, where's Tony Cooper? Tony Cooper, can you hear me? And Ricardo, what number you on, Ricardo? All right, y'all, what number y'all on? Anyone finish?
Excuse me.
Oh, so I am.
I am.
Okay.
Just send my
I on the last one.
Anyone is finished?
I
Any-
finished.
Anyone finish?
I finished.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right, okay. I'm gonna give those who are working 45 more seconds to complete their work. 45 more seconds. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
You go back, please.
Go back. D'Angelo, you asked me to go back? Okay, no problem. Elizabeth, I can't hear you. I know you're trying to
Hello?
speak. Elizabeth, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Okay, that's good. Where's Dwayne?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, good. Are we ready to answer these questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I done.
All right, that's good. So let's go ahead and answer these. Wait, give me 30 seconds. Wait, those who are still working, 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds.
I done.
You can go back, please.
All right, what y'all have for number 1? What y'all have for number 1?
1.
49. 47.
47.
47.
2. Number 1.
47 degrees.
47.
I got
47.
47 degrees.
7.
Okay, so remember, the first thing you have to do is we have to add 86 and
47.
so x is equal to, so we have to add 86 and what? 47. When y'all add them, what y'all get?
180.
I
Not
get
one.
I got 131.
133.
132.
One what?
129.
129.
32.
3.
33.
Yeah, not 133. It's 123.
47. 47. It's 47. Oh, it's 47. It's 47.
It was 133.
133. And then when you subtract them, you get what? X is
Start
equal
from 180, you get 47.
47.
to
47.
X equal to 180 minus what? Minus 133.
Minus 133.
Yeah. And so X is equal to what?
47.
X equal to 47. Very good. All right. It's pretty straightforward. Let's do another
I
one.
got that one wrong. I thought that was 80.
You thought that was 80?
Yes, I have to put on my glasses.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, now next we have the next one. When we add 33 and 118, what do we get?
151.
51.
51 or 151?
151.
151.
So it's gonna be equal to, this is 33 plus what? 118, so that's gonna be 151. And so X is equal to what?
29.
29.
X equals to 180
It's 29. It's 29 times
minus 151.
Yeah.
And so X is gonna be equal to what?
Robert.
29.
29.
29.
29.
29.
29. Very good. So X equals to 29. Anyone got number 1 and number 2 right?
I did.
I did.
180 minus 151.
I got that one right. I get on my glasses this time.
Very good.
Mr. Petit, that wrong.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Number 2.
You sure?
Yes,
Taylor.
188 add 33 equals 221.
118.
That is not 188. That's 118.
That's 118.
Hold on, I get shake your head right now.
That wasn't
all
funny.
two of them
Who
wrong.
need my glasses?
Mr. Petit,
Hey,
all two of them wrong.
what happened?
What are the degrees?
Oh, great. You're right. The degree is sign. So X is gonna equal to 29. All right, 29 degrees. Number 3.
3.
We have what? 42.
42 plus 64 give you 106.
42 plus 64.
I agree.
That equals to what?
106.
106.
106.
106.
And then we have X is equal to
180 minus 106.
106.
180 minus 106.
Will give you 74.
94.
24.
Hold on.
This could be a long night. This could be a long.
For number 3, I got 74 degrees.
I got 74.
180.
74.
I got 74.
42 equals
74.
106.
So X is gonna be equal to what? 70.
74.
74. Very good. 74. Anyone got the first 3 right? Anyone got the first 3 right?
I did.
I did.
First
Me.
3 right.
I did.
I did.
Me.
Very good.
No, sir, I got the first two.
First 3 right.
Mr.
Very
Fry,
good.
Second two.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's do
Number 4.
number 4. Number 4 is
Like two
easy. Number 4 is
Easy, because
easy.
that's 120.
It's 60.
And the answer is 60.
Yeah, 60 plus 60 is what?
120.
120. 120.
Equal 180 equals 60.
What type of triangle is this, by the way?
Equilateral.
Equilateral. Why you say that?
All sides.
All in
All
All angles. Angles, sorry.
Yeah, all
All
angles are
angles equal.
very good. All angles are equal. So 180 minus 120. So X is equal to what? 60 degrees.
60 degrees.
X equal to 60 degrees. All right. Next we have number 5. What y'all have for number 5?
35 plus 35 is 70.
35 plus 35
The
is
answer
70.
is 110.
110.
110.
I have 110.
You have
I have
110?
110.
110.
35 plus 35 is what?
70.
70.
It's 70. 35 plus 35 is 70.
And then X is equal to
180.
180.
180.
70.
Yeah, so that's gonna be equal to
110.
180 minus 70.
Is that
180 minus 70. X is gonna be equal to what?
110.
110.
110. Anyone got that one right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
did.
I get it
I
right.
did. Yes, sir.
I
And
did.
finally, number 6, 53
Plus
plus
77.
53
Give you 130.
plus 77
That was 130.
equals to, so we have
130.
53 plus 77, that's 130. I got 130. And so we have X is equal to
180. Take away 130. Give you 50.
180
Equals 50.
Mr. Petit.
minus 130. Go ahead, Genesis.
I'll probably be out for 5 minutes. I have to switch my device. I'm on my mom's computer.
No problem. So X is gonna be
Thank
equal
you.
to 50. Anyone got all right? All
I did.
6.
That was
I
so.
All
did.
6. All
I
6.
did.
Yes, sir.
All 6. All 6. All 6.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it like this. If you got all right, put I in the chat. If you got all right, put I in the chat. If you got all right, put I in the chat. If you got
I
one
only
wrong,
get 2 wrong.
if you got one wrong, put Y. If you got one wrong, put Y. And if you got 2
Excuse me.
wrong, put N. Go ahead,
Excuse me,
Malachi. Go ahead, Malachi.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When you're doing geometry, do you always subtract it by 180 or does it change?
For a triangle, always 180. For a triangle,
all.
always 180 degrees. We're gonna get to the other ones, the other rules, but for a triangle, it's always 180 degrees, okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go back to the first slide so I could draw the angles around the triangle?
Yes, I can. Okay, so we understand what to do for this one, right? I'm gonna fill in.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to.
I got all right.
You got all right? That's good. Okay, so that's good. So moving right along, let's go ahead and go ahead.
I get all right.
That's good. Where's Brianna Moss? Brianna Moss, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Rose, you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Crimson, you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Ken Leah, you understand this? Where's Ken Leah? Where is Jaden Brachador? Where's Jaden?
Yeah, sir.
Jaden, you understand how to do this?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, good. And Aiden Bean, where's Aiden Bean?
Yeah.
You understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about Danielle Curry? Where's Danielle?
Right here, right.
How about your sister? Is your sister here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, Drion.
I said good afternoon. I just come.
Okay, good afternoon. Okay, let's do another one. Well, we're still on the same rule, but I want to show you how it could come in different forms.
Right? Miss Poti, I enjoy my things, so I don't know if I got right.
Okay, no problem. Take a picture of it so when your fingers well, you could write. Okay, so let's do some more examples. Okay, I need you to write this down. Please write this down for me, please. Again, make sure I write this down for me, please. Again, write this down for me. So for this one, we have instructions. So again, we want to find the value. And find the value of, does it always have to be X?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It can be the square box too.
It could be any letter I choose, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, find the value of the letter given. So let's just get out of the habit of using X all the time because it doesn't always have to be X. It could be A, B, it could be C, it could be D. Doesn't have to always be X.
Down.
Write this down for me. Yes, right. You have to write this down. So let's say, for example, I have this question. Let's say I have this triangle. Please use a ruler and a pencil to draw this triangle. So let's say I have this triangle, right? And let's say that, you know what? Let's say that inside my triangle, I have, you know what? Let me do it like how they stop it. Let me, don't have a, like no color. So let's say the shape fill is white. And let's say that the outline is weighted. So something like this, right? Let's also say that, let's also say that this is, we have this line right here. And say we have this line right here.
Mr. Petit, we have to draw.
Yes, draw it, please. Make sure you use a ruler and a pencil to draw this. Or if you don't have a ruler, use a straight edge. So make sure to draw this for me, please. And what we have here is, let me put this down some more. This is gonna be interesting. So let's say we have, let's say we have, let's say that in here, this is, I want to figure what is the size of angle B. And let's say I know that this is 58 degrees. Yeah. Anyone want to try this? Anyone have any idea on how we're going to get the answer for this one? Any ideas, anyone?
Can I try?
Go ahead. Go ahead. What you think?
I think we should like find.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
I think we should find out what B is. And then add it together to find what C is.
There's no C. I want to know what is the size of angle B.
I think we should.
I think B is 90.
You think B is 90?
I think B is 66.
You think B is 66?
I think we're supposed to
B is
subtract
180.
180 from 50.
I think B is 122.
Think B is 122.
60.
Alicia, where's Alicia?
You subtract the 58.
B is 40.
I'm here.
What you think? One at a time. I'm calling on Alicia. Go ahead, Alicia. How you think I'm gonna get B?
No, I was saying, do you think B supposed to subtract 180 from 58 to get B?
Okay, so you think it's 180 minus 58. Anyone else? How are we gonna get B?
Is it 61?
Wait,
Excuse
Samaya,
me, Mr. Petit.
one moment. Samaya,
Okay.
Samaya was on the floor. Go ahead, Samaya.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
is
Oh,
it
yeah.
61?
How you got 61?
Basically 180 minus 58. And because you have the two lines there, which means like both sides equal, divide 122 by 2, and then that's how I get 61.
Why are we dividing?
Because
That's
Why
what
are we
I did,
dividing?
Mr. Petit. Because the two the two angles on this side are equal.
But why are we dividing? I don't. Why?
We divide by 2 because the two angles are equal.
Trying to find.
I don't. What? But and all we did the first time was add and subtract. Why are we dividing?
Okay, wait.
Okay.
It being 180, and you take away 58 from it, it's gonna leave 122. And by with the two, they are.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
For 122 plus 58, give you 180.
So,
Finger and half,
How about you do 58 divided by 58?
do you think we should be divide? 64. Okay, put your answers inside the chat. Let me see what y'all. Put your answers inside the chat. Let me see what y'all think it is. Put your answers inside the chat. I see.
Mr. Petit.
Put your answers inside the chat. I didn't say it out. I'm saying 64, 122, 58, 61, 90, 180. Put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me.
Good afternoon, Mr. D.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Mr.
No problem. Put your answers inside the chat. Okay, so let me see what let me tell you what I see in the chat. 58. I see 58, 61, 122, 90, 61, 122, 64. Interesting.
Did I miss anything, Mr. D? Anything important?
No, we haven't answered this yet. Daniel saying 64. All right, so question. My first question to you all is, what type of triangle is this?
Equilateral.
This is an equilateral triangle. Anyone else? What type of triangle is this? This is what we call a isosceles triangle. What do we know about isosceles triangle?
Two angles are equal.
Let me emphasize this.
Two sides are equal.
Angles and two sides.
Two sides
are what? Are
equal.
Are equal or the same.
The whole thing looks equal to me.
Are equal.
Now that is why you cannot go on how it looks. You have to go on what they tell you. So if you look at it.
Oh, I see
if you look, you see one line here and one line here. What does that mean? That means that this angle is equal to this angle right there. All right. So that means that, but we know that the full total angle in a triangle must add up to what?
180.
180. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna subtract. That's the first thing we're gonna do. So we're gonna subtract. We're gonna subtract what?
58 from 180.
Very good. We're gonna subtract 108. Why are we using 180, by the way? Some people might be like, Mr. Petit, why 180? Why are we using 180?
Because the
triangle.
Because the
interior of the triangle is add up to 180.
Very good. Because we're using 180 because angles in the triangle add up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 58 is what?
122.
Oh yeah, 122?
I think that's what I got.
180 minus 58.
122.
Sure, it's not 38. Seven. This is gonna be 10 minus 8 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. It's gonna be what? 122. Very good. 122. Very good. How many persons got at least that part right? At least that part.
Me.
I did.
Mr. Petit, I sent the whole thing in the chat.
Okay. Now that we have 122, we know that the 122 cannot just be for B.
No.
Because if 122 is for B, then what is this going to be equal to?
122.
No, it'll be too much because you know that all of it should add up to 180
add up
degrees.
to 180. So you have
Can you subtract?
No.
Can you subtract 122 from 180?
No.
You divide.
We have to share it.
That's right.
We have to split it into 2. So we have to divide. Right?
By 2?
Divide by 2.
Yes.
We have to divide by 2. And we are dividing by 2 because this 122 must be shared between this and this because they are equal. All right. So we divide. So it's going to be what? 122 divided by what? Divided by what? Divided by 2. Divided by 2.
2 by 2.
And what's our answer?
61.
What it is?
61.
61.
Okay, let's do that. 2 into
61.
2 into 122. How many times?
110, so you gotta go 2 going to 1.
How many times does 1 go
2
into
going to 12.
12? How many?
6 times.
6 times. 6 times. 2 times 6 is what?
12.
12.
The answer would be 0. Bring
12
down
minus 12 is
0.
0. Bring down the
2.
2.
Divide.
How many times does 2 go into itself? Yeah.
Once.
Once.
So the answer is 61.
Okay. Where's Devante? Devante, are you there? 2 times 1 is 2. Where's Devante? Devante, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you understand what's happening or no?
Yes, sir.
What did I do?
You divided 2 by 122.
I divided 122 by 2, and what's my answer?
61.
61. So that means that B is equal to what?
61.
B is equal to 61. Now here's the thing. If we actually want to write it, right? This side is also B, if you really think about it. Like this side is also B. So this side is also, not only is this side 61, but what else is 61?
The other side 61 because both sides are equal.
Yeah, both sides are equal. All right. So add 61, 61, and 58. Tell me what y'all get when you add all three. What y'all should get. If you add 61, 61, 58, what should you get?
180.
180. 180. Let me know if y'all understand how I got this, or you need another example.
I understand it.
You understand?
Understand it?
I kind of get understand.
But you could give us a
I wasn't here when you was explaining it.
Okay. All right. So you need another example?
Yeah, but a little harder one.
Yes, so I need an example.
Say a little harder one. Okay. Miss Morris, you asking for more harder questions in math? Well, what is this?
Like I tell you, I was good in math and good in English. Go.
All right.
Personal classes needed for that one.
Say personal classes. All right, 60. So B is what? 61. So we have 61, 61, 58. All right, let me explain it one more time how we got 61. We know that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So we say 180 minus 58, and 180 minus 58 is what? 122. And so we say 122 and we divide that by 2, and that gives us 61. The reason why we divide it by 2 is because we have to share 61 into these two sides or these two angles. And so that's how we get it. Let me do another one. Let's do another one. I'm going to do another similar one. Just so we can understand the concept before I move on. So another one, another example. By the way, this is a question I came on a past paper. I didn't make this up. I wish I could make up these questions, but I didn't make this up. I mean, I can, but I didn't make up this one. All right, so let's do another one. So let's say we have, no, I don't want these. I actually just want, come on, cooperate with me, please. I just want the triangle. Okay, good. Okay, if you already know what to do, you can put your answers inside the chat. You do not have to wait on me. If you already know what to do, you can put your answers inside the chat. You don't have to wait. Me, go ahead.
So what does the lines inside the triangle mean?
The lines inside the triangle, what does that mean?
Yes, sir, for this.
What you mean?
Like for the subtraction and dividing, right, for B. What does the line mean anything?
Which line? Mean these two lines?
Yes, sir.
They means that the two angles, these two angles are equal.
Yes, sir.
That's what that means. Yeah. All right, so this is gonna be number 3. I gotta look. this smaller. Please make sure if you're not speaking, make sure mute your mic. All right, so let's put the numbers inside of it and let us be going.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we writing these?
Yes,
I
you
mean,
actually. Yes, you're drawing these ones. Yes.
Okay,
actually.
thank you.
Please write this inside of your book. All right, make sure write this in your book. This is number 2. Let's say that we have this line and then this line. You know what that means, right? And let's say that this is A. What is the value of A? And let's say that this is $64. What is the size of angle A? And let's say that this right here is that, and this is that. Please write this inside of your book. Write this inside of your book. Please write this inside of your book. And let's say that this is consider this is 40.
Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
Drayon mic isn't working. He can't find it.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to open this mic. Allow him to open this mic, okay?
Okay.
A, B, and let's say that this is C. We're going to figure what is the size of angle C. This is number 3. And I specifically draw number 3 like that. Specifically. Okay, so all right. Let me unmute the mics for some people. Some people mics need to be unmuted. So let me unmute your mics.
I tell you to bring my keys out the car. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. My microphone.
Got it. All right, so okay, so let's go over number 2 together. Right before we do that, I want to take a screenshot of this. Andrea Barnaby, are you writing this down? Where's Andrea Barnaby?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Griffin? Where's Griffin?
Later.
What you got for number 2?
Oh, I doing the work you sent me. I finishing up the work you sent me.
Oh, the video's working now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And question. Are you sending the quiz too?
Yeah, I still on the first one, so I can send this one now.
Yeah, and also send in your notes as well.
All right, so.
And it's not all right. I keep on telling you, but saying all right.
Thank you, Mr. Petit.
No problem. Let's go ahead and.
Mr. Petit, excuse me, in number 3, is that a 42 or 62?
42. Let me correct that. Let me make sure that's clear. Abundantly clear. 42.
Thank you.
42. 42. One of them made it worse. Okay, for number 2, what y'all got for number 2?
58 degrees.
58
degrees.
58 degrees.
All right. What's the first step? What's the first step that we do?
Subtract 180.
Subtract 180 from 64.
From 180.
Yeah.
That'll leave you 116.
So we have 180 minus what?
64.
64. And what we get when we subtract them? What we get when we subtract them?
116.
116.
116. 116. Destin, you understand what's happening here? Destin Gilbert. How about you, Sari? You understand what we're doing?
'em. Yes, sir. 180 minus 64 is 116. 116 minus 116 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 is 116. 116 min
Okay, and Calvin, you understand what we're doing?
So
Okay, so we have to subtract, right? So we have 180 minus 64. And so this is going to be 0 minus 4. We can't do that. It's going to be 10 minus 4, which is what? 4. This becomes a 7. 7 minus 6 is what? 1. Ah, ha, 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 ha. This is so wrong. 10 minus 4 is 6.
Oh, 16.
Yeah. 10 minus 4 is 6. It's going to be 6. And then 7 minus 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 1 minus 0 is 1.
1.
Okay, so now we have 116. So A is equal to 116, right?
So 116 divided by 2.
116 divided by 2. Very good. So we have to divide. And then our next step is to divide. Azaria Cash, do you understand what's happening? Azaria Cash? Azaria Cash, do you understand? Charles Aletta Bevins, you understand what's happening? Charles Aletta Bevins, do you understand?
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I have to answer. I guess it.
Who's this speaking?
Caleb.
What you got for number 2?
I get 116 for the first when you subtract 180 to 64. Then
Yeah, 58.
What you got?
58.
Caleb, I mean. Then you divide 116, the 2, then 116 divided into 2 is 58.
You got 58?
That's all. Then you add 64 to 58. You have 2 58s. You put 58 on one side and you put the 58 on the other side. Then you add them all up together and you get 180.
So what's your answers for A?
My answer is 58.
58, okay, good. All right, Elsha, you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So how many times does 2 go into 11? That'll be what?
5.
5 times. 2 times 5 is?
10.
10. And 10 minus, 11 minus 10 is what?
1.
1. We bring down the?
6.
6. How many times does 2 go into 16?
8 times.
8 times. 2 times 8 is?
16.
16. And we have 16 minus 16, which is what?
0.
0. 0. And so 116 divided by 2 is going to be what?
58.
58 degrees. And so we have that B is equal to, I'm sorry, A is equal to what? 58 degrees. Aranique Borrows, you understand this? Where's Aranique?
Yes, sir.
Cameron, you understand this? Where's Cameron? Cameron, where's Cameron?
Yes, I understand.
You understand this? Fanaj, can you hear me? Where's Fanaj? Where's Vanaj? Vanaj, can you hear me? I can't hear from Vanaj. Andrea Bonnaby, you understand this?
Yes, sir.
And Alora Green, where's Alora Green?
Right here.
You understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Philia Cooper, can you hear me? Where's Philia? Philia Cooper, can you hear me? I can't hear from Makaya. You understand? Yes, Philia, you understand me? You understand how we got to answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Kamani, you understand how we doing this, right?
Yes, sir.
It should be. Yeah, Makaya. What you got for
Yes,
number?
sir.
What you got for number 2?
58.
58. Okay, so number 3, what y'all got?
Do number 3 now.
69.
I got 69.
Degrees.
What y'all got?
69 degrees.
What is it? What y'all say?
69 degrees.
69.
Degrees.
I and y'all know what it is?
69 degrees.
69 or
69 degrees.
or 59. Which one?
69 degrees.
69 degrees.
69.
Y'all sound so muffled. 60 or 50?
69.
69.
Okay, cool. All right. Interesting. Let's go ahead and what the first thing we're gonna do? What we gonna do?
Subtract 180 from 42.
Very good. Subtract. Is there where's Dustin Johnson? Destin Johnson, are you there? Destin Johnson. I can't hear from Destin. So we subtract what?
180 from 42 equals
There we go.
138.
Destin Johnson. You hear me? But I can't hear you, Destin. Destin Johnson. You have to speak into the mic, Destin. One moment. My microphone ain't working. Yeah, I don't believe you. Y'all always say, but your mic ain't working, your mic ain't working. What do you mean your mic ain't working and you on your phone? How is your mic not working? Destin, have you sent in your work? The notes so far? Destin Johnson. This is gonna be what? 180 minus what?
40.
Minus what? 42. And when y'all subtract them, what y'all got?
138.
180 minus 42 gives us what?
138.
138.
138.
Then you divide 138 by 2.
And then we divide.
138 by 2.
So division. So it's gonna be divide. When we divide it, we have what?
59.
It's gonna be equal to 138 divided by what? 138 divided by 2.
By 2.
And that gives us
Give
what?
you 69.
That gives us what?
2 could go in the 2 can't go in the 13, so 2
69
times.
2 goes into 138. Anishka is here? Where's Anishka?
69.
Anishka is here? Aikisha, you here?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I know I heard a familiar voice. 2 into 13, how many times?
6.
6 times.
6 times
2 times 6 is what? 12.
12.
And 13 minus 12 is what?
1.
1. You bring down the 18. How many times
why I
does
get 64?
how many times does
9.
2 go into 18?
9.
9 times.
9 times. 2 times 9 is
18.
18. And 18 minus 18 is
0.
0.
And you add the 42 to 69.
No, you don't have to add. Don't add.
And your answer is 69.
Your answer is 69.
Alright.
It's gonna be 69. And so we have that B. Oh, that's a C.
Degrees.
So
C is equal to
C is equal to 69 degrees. If you understand this, congratulations, you're doing geometry. Let me know if you understand how we got this. Let me know if you
I
understand.
do.
I do.
I do.
I understand.
Put I inside the chat if you understand. Put I in the chat if you understand. Put N if you do not understand. Let me know, please. Put I if you do understand. Put N if you do not understand. What I need you to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number is 426-8891. Again, my number is 426-8891. Especially for those who are new, I need you especially to take a picture of your work and send it to me. I need to see what you have done. So again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. What's this? Go ahead.
I have to send the work when I get the work on the first slide because I don't want to send it without the work on the first slide.
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me, Smitty.
Uh-huh.
Did you see the flyer?
I didn't see it yet. And you say this is not the first time you see this?
That's actually like the third or second time.
Destin Johnson, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're writing on the work right now.
You're writing on the work, right? Do you understand what I'm explaining?
Yeah, I understand the first part what you're talking about.
But this part,
now,
the one that I'm explaining now, do you understand that?
No, sir.
No?
I just writing on the one, I writing on the first.
You're writing on the first one, okay. All right, do you have a ruler and a pencil?
No, I ain't writing with the ruler, I use a pen.
Make sure you have a straight edge to do the triangles. It has to be neat. All right, no problem. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
I sent all my work.
You sent all the work so far? Okay, good.
I
see your work, Tyreek. The rest of you take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, let's move on to. Let's move on to the next one. So we understand this, right? I think we understand this.
Yes, sir.
Let me know, please. Okay. There's one more that we have to do before we. What, we only 7:30? Okay, that's good. There's one more we have to do before we. There's another way you could do this. And I think that'll be it for angles in a triangle. Again, the interior angles of a triangle add up to what? Add up to what?
180.
180
degrees.
180 degrees. Where's Shalise? Shalise, are you there? Where's Shalise?
Yes, sir.
You finished with that?
I'm doing the last one right now.
Okay. And Danielle Curry. Where's Danielle?
Yes.
It's either yes or no, sir, Danielle. So let's try it. Where's the sister?
Right here.
Do you understand how we got this? Do you understand that? I'm asking if you understand how I got my answers. Oh, I know. Danielle, I cannot hear her.
Yes, I do.
You understand? Okay.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. You sent in the notes as yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Danielle, you sent in your work as yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
I did.
And you say you understand how to do this, right, Danielle?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so there is another one I need to show you all. Because what if, right? So let's say we have the same example, right? What if I tell you that this is that this is write this triangle down, right? What if I tell you that this is 62, right? And I want you to find angle, let's say that this is angle Y. How would we find angle Y?
It'd be 62 plus 62. And then you subtract it from 180.
Who's this speaking?
Bianca.
That's Bianca Dantes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do y'all agree with her?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. So I don't understand. Why are we not dividing no more? Y'all are saying that we
Because-
shouldn't be not dividing. I don't understand.
Because both sides are equal, we already know what one side is. So we add 62 plus 62, and then we subtract 180 from that. Then we find our answer.
Do y'all agree with that? Because I don't
Yes.
understand, why are they not dividing?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Why
sir.
are we not dividing?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Because the two we ain't dividing them all because the two sides equal.
So what I'm gonna do to get Y?
Subtract 80 from your answer. 62 plus 62.
And then what?
Subtract from 180
And to subtract, why am I subtracting from 180?
because
all angles are equal to 180.
equal to 180.
Okay. Write this down for me, please. This first triangle, and we're gonna tackle this. I'm still trying to figure out why y'all are not dividing, but we'll see. Anaya Monroe. Where's Anaya Monroe? Are you writing this down? Anaya Monroe, are you writing this down? Where's Anaya? Can I have Anaya? Ajani, where's Ajani?
We have two subjects today or one?
2. Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Ajani, are you writing this down, Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Excuse me, Ms. Wooty, what other subject we have next?
Come on, you've been there for 8 weeks. Do y'all have this written down? Let me know before I start answering this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Devanti, where's Devanti?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we're gonna do this or no?
Yes, sir.
What we gonna do?
Well, we're gonna add both of the sides, 62 plus 62.
Okay, so they're saying that we're gonna add. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say, okay, what does the line on this triangle indicate? What does this line indicate?
That all two sides are equal, and along with the angles.
The two angles and the two sides are equal. So that means, right? That means that if this is 62, right? What must this side also be?
62.
This side must also be 62 as well. So this is also 62. But we know from our geometrical rule that the sum of interior angles in a triangle add up to what? The sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to what? Add up to 180. Very good. And so when we add, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add. So we add 62 plus what?
62.
Plus 62. And when we add them, what y'all get when y'all add them?
124.
One what?
124.
No, 124.
124. So 62 plus 62. Where's Brianna Moss? Brianna Moss, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not to the
So Antoine, you understand what's happening? So we have 2 plus 2,
Yes,
which
sir.
gives us
Yes, sir.
4. 6 plus 6 is what?
12.
12. So it's going to be 124. So 62 plus 62 is going to be what? 124.
124.
124. Where is Alexander? Where's Alexander? Alexander Pindar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding what's happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next, the next thing we need to do is we need to gonna do what? We're gonna do at this point.
Subtract.
Subtract. Subtract.
180 by 180.
Subtract what?
124.
Subtract.
180 by 124.
Yeah, subtract 180 and so we're gonna subtract. It's gonna be subtract. So see, we subtract and we say, okay, 180 degrees minus 124.
56.
And when you subtract them, what you get?
56.
156.
56.
56 or 156?
56.
56.
So it's gonna be
He
124.
forget to subtract the ones.
You forget to subtract the 0 minus 4, we can't do that, right? So this becomes
No.
what? 7. This becomes what? 10. 10 minus
10.
4 is
6.
6 minus 2 is
5.
5. 0,
7
1
minus
minus
2.
7 minus 2,
0.
sorry, is 5. 1
Right,
minus
get
1
one.
is
0.
And 2 still.
0. So it's gonna be what? 50?
56.
56. 56. And so that means that angle Y is equal to what?
56.
Angle Y is equal to 56 degrees. Adrian Ferguson, where's Adrian Ferguson?
Question, Mr. Vicky.
Go,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
ma'am. Go ahead, Gillette.
How come you didn't divide in this one? Like I see some you multiply and then some you divide. That's what I'm more mixed up in. And then you subtract in this one here. But we divide it in the other isosceles triangle.
All right, that's a good question. Does anyone want to help her with this?
Right.
How come we're not dividing in this case? Anyone want to help her?
Because you have to
Because
find it.
there's two angles.
Wait, go ahead, Aaliyah. Help her.
There are two angles there instead of just one.
Well, okay, Miss Cash, if you notice, right, for this one, right, where's Miss Cash?
Right.
For this one,
I'm here.
we had to find the bottom, right, the one at the bottom. We had to find it, but we were given the one on top.
Okay.
Right. So in this case, since we had to find the one at the bottom, right, we have to divide because these two are equal. So we divide because we have to split it into 2, right? That's why we divide. Because this angle and this angle are equal. So we have to divide it because we had to split our answer among these two. Same thing for this one. Same thing for these two. You have to split your answer.
Oh, okay.
But
okay,
in this one, you don't have to split your answer because y is by itself. You don't have to split it. So you just add and then subtract it from 180 to get y. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, they gave us 62. So we don't have to find that. We don't have to split it.
Yeah.
In this case, we just have to add these two and then subtract it from 180 to get y. All right. Let's do another one.
All right.
So in some cases you divide and no, fine. In some places you divide, in some places you don't. Where's Adrian Ferguson? Where's Adrian? Adrian Ferguson, are you there? Can't hear from Adrian. I just heard from him a while ago. Alea? Where's Alea?
Yes, sir.
You understand what we do? What we did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Moving right along. Let's do another example of this one, and then that's gonna be it for these ones for tonight. So this is going to be, let's say we have this is this, and that is that. Let's say we have, now watch this now. I don't have to use Y, I could use, let's say, Z. They sometimes use Z or W. So let's say we're trying to figure what is the size of angle Z, and we know that this angle here, say, is 37 degrees. How are we going to figure the size of angle Z? Anyone have any ideas on how we're going to do that? How are we going to figure the size of angle Z?
It's the same thing as 37 because it's the same thing, it's equal.
So what are we going to do?
We're going to put 37 there on the other side.
So you're saying that
we can't just take away 180 from 37.
Camilla, what you saying?
We can't just take away 180 from 37.
And then do what?
And then subtract.
And then Z,
subtract, and then it should give us our answer for Z.
No. No, that wouldn't be right.
Right?
That wouldn't be right because
the other side is 37 because they are equal sides.
Yeah, that's very important, Camilla.
Mr. Batik, I think I have the answer for Z.
Which answer is?
Pardon?
Which answer is?
106.
106? And what, anyone else got 106? Oh, that's not correct.
I got 106.
I
did.
106?
Got it.
Where's Carmelo?
I did 37 plus 37.
I still.
Where's Carmelo?
I still here.
Yeah. You can't just subtract from 37 because if you subtract from 37, you are only dealing with two angles. But the angle and the triangle have three angles. So what about this angle? What is this? What does this measure? Right?
37.
This has to be 37. Why is this 37?
Because it's equal sides.
Equal sides. How do we know it's equal sides? What gives it away?
The lines on the triangle.
The lines on the triangle. So because of these lines, they tell you that this side and this side are equal. But more than that, it tells you that these two angles are also equal. So it means that if one is 37, the other one is 37. And so how are we going to find Z? Anyone?
Mr. Petit, excuse me, Mr. Petit.
So you're going to add 37
then
plus 37. It'll give you 7.
Then you
Okay.
take 74 from 180.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
you could also say, being that we're using math, we could also say 37 times 2 using
Yes.
that lines.
Yes, you say you could do that. That's true. 37
Hey,
times
Mr.
2.
T,
Mm-hmm.
I got 130 for my answer.
130 for your final answer, or just 37 plus 37?
For my final answer.
130. Okay, let's see if that's right. So
I
we
get
have
106.
37 plus 37.
74.
Give you 74.
So 37 plus 37, this is gonna be 37. Where is Adrian Ferguson? Can you hear me?
It's going to be 74.
Plus 37. Where is Denvor? Denvor, can you hear me? Denvor Lockhart. Where's Denvor Lockhart? 7 plus 7 is 14. Put the 4 down, put the 1 up. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Destiny Johnson. Destiny Johnson. Are you there? Where's Destiny?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Miss Dunaway, are you there? Is she in there? Dior, do you understand what we're doing? Where's Dior? Dior, are you there? Where's Dior?
Hello.
Dior, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we subtract. Jalen Johnson, are you there? Where's Jalen Johnson? Jalen Johnson, are you there? Can't hear from Jalen. How about Jaden Seymour? Jaden, are you there?
Yes, sir.
When we subtract these two, what do we get? You're gonna subtract 180 and 74. Jaden, are you paying attention or are you doing something else?
No, sir, I'm paying attention.
So we have 180 minus 74. What's the answer? $180 minus 74. What did y'all get when y'all subtract these two?
106.
106 degrees.
What is it?
106
degrees.
106.
106. So this is going to be 180 minus 74. So we cancel this with that. That's going to be what? It's going to be 7. 10 minus 4 is what? 6. And 7 minus 7 is what? 0. And 1 minus 0 is 1. So the answer is what?
106.
106. 106. So that means that Z is equal to what? Angle Z is equal to what?
106 degrees.
106 degrees, yes, 106 degrees.
Mr. Petit. What we doing after that?
English. Okay, so do me a favor, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I still need the first.
Mr. Petit.
I'll send that when class finish.
Okay, no problem. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that. Go ahead, Carmelo.
I was gonna ask for your number, but I see it in the chat.
Yes. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone need to do that for me before we move on.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I'm done.
Okay, you can leave. We can finish the rest tomorrow.
Okay. Good night.
No problem. Brianna Moss. Where's Brianna Moss?
Yes, sir.
Have you already sent in your work, Brianna?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Peter, I'm finished. Mr. Petit, I'm finished.
Okay.
Mr. Petit.
We could go?
No, I never said you could go. Caleb. Where's Caleb?
Yeah.
You just reach. Calm down. Calm down. You just reach. Take your time. Wait until you're instructed to do the next step. Come on, man.
Mr. Petit, I still need the first slide.
First one, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Petit, they finished. I send it in.
All right, we still have English to go to.
Mr. Petit, I sent you.
No problem.
I'm doing English.
All right, so let's move on. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so for these particular questions, what I want you to do is this is an interesting one. Put your answer inside the chat. This is a past paper question. I want to see how y'all do with it. So imagine you're inside this exam, your exam, and this question comes. No, just I put the answer in the chat.
It's a petite.
Go ahead.
Remember when we come on my go, I got they send a picture of my work to your phone, please.
That's correct. You could do that. Do not write this down. Just put the answers inside the chat. So you're in your exam and you see these questions. How are you gonna do them? Put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Put your answers inside the chat for me. Kamani says he's finished. Anyone else finish?
Mr. Petit. I generally see like straight lines. I think they're parallel lines that are straight on the triangles, but these ones are like slanted in. What's the deal with those?
The same thing. They mean the same thing.
Oh, okay, yes, sir.
They mean that the angles are equal.
Are we putting our answers in the chat or are we writing them down?
Put your answers in the chat for me, please.
Okay,
I need
thank
you to answer these questions. Where is Chanel pen? Chanel, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
What number you on? I, double I or triple I? I should say what letter rather.
Double I.
Double I, okay. Where's Fanaj?
I'm done.
Fanaj, where's Fanaj? Fanaj, can you hear me? Can't have from Fanaj. Natasha, there's Natasha.
We writing this?
No, put your answers inside the chat. Do not write it down. Just put the answers inside the chat. Kyla and Kylie, are y'all there?
Yes, sir.
You understand what you're doing for this?
Yes, sir.
And Lavender Johnson. Where's Lavender? Lavender Johnson, can you hear me? Yes, Lavender, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You understand what to do for these?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Answer it and put your answers inside the chat. Is there anyone who is finished? Is there anyone who is completed? That's my question.
I'm sending it in the chat. You can check it.
All right. Someone said that they sent it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
What you're supposed to do for the first one, because all I see is triangles and then it have angles. I don't understand.
Joel, for number, you don't understand how to do this? This is literally what we did in class today. The example.
Like how you like answer the question because you have like a bunch of squares and then they label. Like how you supposed to do this one?
They want you to figure out what is angle A, what is angle B, and what is angle C.
I only have to write what it equals to, that's it, or do I have to?
Just write what it's equals to. Just write what it's equals to.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else who's finished?
I am.
Anyone who's finished?
I am.
Okay. Okay. Is there anyone who's finished? You're done? Okay, what did y'all get for A, angle A?
75.
What y'all get for angle A? Angle A, what y'all got for angle A? 56?
76.
What you got for for part A? What y'all got for that one?
75.
Right there.
No.
70.
70 what?
5.
All right, so we have for angle A, we have what? 55 plus 50, which gives us what?
105.
105.
105. And you do 180 minus what?
105.
105. And what you get?
75.
75.
180 minus 105. Where do we get the 105 from?
Adding
From adding the
55 and 50.
Yeah. So A is going to be equal to what?
75.
75. So 180 minus 105 is going to be 75. So it's 75. Next, we have this second one. For this one, we have.
Write these down, Mr. Petit.
No, don't write it down. Just answer it in the chat. For B, what do we have for B? What y'all did for this one?
61.
61.
Oh, got that. B is gonna be equal to what?
58 take away
180 minus 58.
180.
180 minus 58.
58.
Right? Divided by what?
2.
Divided by 2. So what is 180?
122.
That's going to be 122. And 122 divided by 2 is what?
61.
That'll be 61. So this is 61. This is 75. And what y'all have for C?
60.
It's an equilateral triangle.
How you manage that C is 60?
Because it's an equilateral triangle. And
it's an equal one, and now everything is equal, and everything add up to 180. So 180 divided by 3 will give you 60.
Very good. Very good. 180 divided by 3. 180 divided by 3.
3 would get you 180.
Go, Miss Cash. Bop.
180. Divided by 3
equals 6.
It's 60.
Yes.
It's gonna be what, 60? So it's gonna be what? C is 60 degrees. C is 60 degrees. A is, well, B is 61.
2 degrees.
And A is what? Well, 75. A is 75.
So degree sign.
Degree sign. They already give it, they already put it there, so that's a good thing. All right. It's currently 8 o'clock, 8:03. So let's move on to English. Let's move on to English studies. All right. Did y'all understand this one, by the way? Let me know before I move on.
Yes,
Yes.
Was a little bit confused with C.
The last one, right? Yeah. But the thing is that you know that all of them are equal. And so if all of them are equal, that means that you have to share 180 into 3 equal parts. And so just divide it by 3. All right, let's move on to English studies. So head up.
Okay.
Head up again. Because we're gonna move on to this. Move that. What's the last thing we did in English? Anyone? Anyway, today is
Greek and Latin roots.
Greek and Latin roots. Anyone can remember some Greek and Latin roots? I can remember.
Aqua.
Say it again.
Aqua.
Aqua.
Psycho.
Benny.
Bio.
Kelly. Yes, bio. What does bio mean? What does bio mean?
Bio means life.
Bio means life.
Bio means something that's living.
Yeah, what does aqua mean?
Water.
Water.
Mr. Petit.
Water.
Yes, go ahead.
Is polygon one?
Poly. I haven't looked up poly, so I wouldn't know. Okay, today our topic is objective versus, I should let y'all guess. Come on. Anyway, objective versus subjective tone. Objective versus subjective tone. Remember we talked about tone before, and we talked about the different types of tone that you could have. And we say that the tone is what? By definition.
Color? Tone is the expression of the writer.
Uh-huh.
And the mode is the reaction of the reader.
That's correct. So the tone is how the author feels towards the subject, or the way in which the author writes. The mood is how the writer responds, not the writer, how the reader responds to what the author said. There's a difference. So now we have types of tones. Say it again.
What does mean?
What does mean mean?
Like and
say it again.
That's maths.
Say mean, median, mode. Why are you on maths?
Awesome.
No.
I still on maths.
No, we are not on maths anymore. All right, so let's go ahead and deal with this. What is my screen on? It's on something else.
English.
English, okay.
It was blocked, that's why.
Oh, okay.
I see social studies.
You see social studies? Okay.
That's so.
Okay. Let me stop sharing and share again then.
I see the regular thing.
All right. It's still black, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're not sharing the screen.
Alrighty. Let me head up again because I lost it. Y'all can see it now though.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the 21st of October, 2024. The subject is, of course, English language. Topic is objective versus subjective tone. So that's what we're going to be learning about today. Yes, go ahead.
What subjective tones mean?
That's what we're going to learn right now. All right, so let's write down the definition of objective versus subjective. We can start off with objective, right? So depending on what you're writing, you could vary your tone based on who you're speaking to, based on your audience, based on your intent. So in writing, write this down for me, please. In writing and communication, the tone can vary widely depending on the intent. Now, when we say intent, what does that mean? Intent.
Like your intention. Like
your intention, like
to
what?
do.
Give me another word for intent.
The point.
Yep. I heard someone said it. Your purpose.
Purpose.
Based on the intent and the audience. So what two things determine our tone?
The way we
the way you
words
speak.
we use.
No, what two things determine our tone?
Your voice?
No, it's right there. It's literally
Intent and audience.
Intent and audience. So if you're speaking to 2-year-olds, would you sound like a roughneck? You know.
Audience.
I from of course it was on ghetto.
No, if you're speaking to 2-year-olds, right? If you're speaking to 2-year-olds, would you use sophisticated language and, you know, highfalutin?
No,
How would you speak?
You use simple words for them to understand, like how I'm a preschool.
Polite.
Exactly.
Polite.
You got to use simple. You got to be more simple. You got to be polite because they're sensitive, right? So, but if you're speaking to college graduates, right? Or university graduates, how would you speak?
You gotta be a little bit more rough.
You would speak to them a little more rough.
More sophisticated, bro.
You'd be way more sophisticated, right?
I'm so bad.
So it depends on, so your tone depends on who you're speaking to, and it depends on the reason why you're speaking to that person, right? Okay. So let's continue. I think
Miss, excuse me, Mr. Petit, it's kind of
What?
like what people say, like, it's not how you say it, like the way you say it.
Exactly. Exactly. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, go ahead.
And Zoom have a phone for me.
Yes, sir.
Zoom.
See, when I click on the Zoom.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, baby.
Mr. Petit, I
Hello.
can't.
He talking on the phone.
Okay,
All right.
baby.
The terms.
All right, I will check.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so the terms objective. Sorry about that, class. The terms objective and subjective.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Oh, when you was mute, I heard a baby on the Zoom call.
Oh, that's Malaya. The term objective and subjective tone are used. Oh, that's so funny because he's talking about 2-year-olds, right? To describe two different approaches.
What did they?
Yes, ma'am. Or styles in writing. So objective, so you have the objective and you have subjective. Objective, there are two different styles or two different approaches or two different types of tone. So let's first start off with objective. Objective is one of my personal favorites. I mean, both of them have their place. You know, you got to be grateful for both of them. But if there was a world and you had to choose one, I would choose objective. But you all decide which world you want to live in. But if there's only one type of tone that you could choose between objective and subjective, I would choose objective. And I will tell you why. Objective tone, an objective tone is a tone that is impartial. Do you all know what impartial means? Impartial.
Yes, sir, not biased, unbiased.
Impartial.
Unbiased.
Neutral and unbiased. Now, the focus of the objective tone is on presenting information and the facts without personal feelings or opinions.
Mr. Petit, I agree so much. Cause today we was having an assembly and they was talking so much. I was like, why don't just get straight to the point?
So the objective tone is stating the facts or feelings or opinions. No, that's wrong. The objective tone is stating just the facts without personal feelings or opinions, right? That's the objective tone. So, or I guess just add this, or interpretations influencing the presentation. So for example, if I say 2 + 2 is 4, is that objective or subjective?
Objective.
Objective. Why is that objective, you would say?
Because you go straight to the point.
More than going straight to the point, it's what?
Because you didn't personalize it.
Telling the truth.
It's just the facts,
It is
right?
facts.
It's not an opinion. It's not a, like, you don't have to guess about that. Like 2 + 2 is 4 when you're hungry. 2 + 2 is 4 when you're sad. 2 + 2 is 4 when you're happy. 2 + 2 is 4 when you in love. 2 + 2 is 4 when you angry. 2 + 2 is 4 when you're disappointed. 2 + 2 is 4 regardless of how you feel. 2 + 2 will always be what?
4.
4.
Yeah.
22.
It is
So-
also objective because you did not say I believe or I think that 2 plus 4.
Exactly. It's not, it's no feelings, no emotions, no, especially no opinions, right? So objective tone is just the facts, no opinions.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't that be a quote? 2 + 2 is 4, even when you're sad, even when you're angry and stuff like that.
That could be a quote. You could put it on a shirt. That would be nice.
So that hit me just now. That bad.
All right. Then you have the subjective tone. Wait, how many persons love the objective tone? Before I get to the subjective tone, you love the objective tone.
Me. I like it.
Always fast.
I like it.
I like it because if you have something to do, it won't take that long.
Okay.
I don't like it because I'm feeling.
Say it again.
I like showing feeling.
You like showing feeling and emotion. You like opinion.
Yes, sir.
I don't like because I like to own my statements.
You like to own your statements. Okay. All right. Subjective tone. Now, subjective tone, anyone want to guess? If objective tone is just the facts, unbiased, like no feelings, no emotion, just the facts.
I think
What is-
subjective is with a bunch of feelings.
You think subjective with a bunch of feelings, right?
I think it's the opposite of objective.
Okay. So a subjective tone is a personal, biased, or I could say is, let's say is personal, is biased, and full of what? And full of what?
Opinions?
Opinions, or we could say full of individual,
It's hypocritical too.
individual perspective and emotion, right? And emotion. So, do we like a subjective tone? Yes or no?
I like it.
You like subjective tone?
It depends.
No, sir. No, sir.
Depends.
It depends.
sir.
I'm gonna make up my
Depends.
own facts personally. And someone talking
Hello?
objective. I like all of them.
Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
I like it because, like, if you're talking about someone that just passed away, you're showing feeling and not like being just
I
black
can
and
hear
white.
you.
Like,
I can hear you. Go ahead. It still ain't working? It still ain't working? Hello?
No.
It's not working? Let me send the link again then. Let me
When
send it
other people talking to me, I like to hear objective because say I have something important to do right after that. I will
Mhm.
hear objective.
Okay, but when you're speaking, what you want?
Oh, I'd be doing both.
Is we
I'd be doing both.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I like objective tone. It goes both ways because when I talk it, I know what other people feel, so I can get straight to the point because I wouldn't want, So
I don't understand. Which one you all like better, objective or subjective tone?
I like subjective because I can make up my own facts.
Subjective.
You guys make up your own facts. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I like
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I like objective tone, I guess.
All right, if I say, so you have to tell me if this is objective or subjective. If I say, my mother is the best mother in the world, is that objective or is that subjective?
It's
Subjective.
your opinion because mine is
Objective.
that is so
That's only your
that is
opinion.
subjective and that is an opinion.
Objective.
So I ask
Objective.
again, do y'all like objective or subjective?
Subjective.
Objective.
Objective.
All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again.
like
If I
both.
say, Honorable Brave Davis is the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, is that objective or subjective?
Objective.
Objective.
Why is that objective?
Because he
Because
is.
he is the prime.
That's the fact. But you trying to tell me it's not a fact that my mother is the best mother in the world? You trying to tell me that's not a fact?
No, Mr. President, we don't know that. We know that. Mother, so we can't vote for that.
Not a fact?
I'd go to war for my mother, bro.
Only you know that.
So that's why
Everybody knows my I mom love is the and real hold on, best. I'm talking to my mother, bro.
So what do you
My
think
mother
about?
is the best mother in the universe.
All right, so that's the thing about subjective. It's like, it's so debatable. But if I say, right, if I say 8 plus 8 is 16, is there any debate on that?
No,
No, there's no debate. 8 plus 8 is 16. That's why me personally, I like objective. It's like, there's no debate. There's no, but anyway, y'all can decide which one y'all like, but I like objective. All right. Next, let's continue.
I like both of them.
You like both of them? Okay.
I like objective because if it's somebody's being
I like both also.
You like both? Okay.
I'm happy with that.
All right. But both are needed, right? Both are needed.
Yes, I like both because in one situation you can need one of them.
Yeah, exactly. In one situation, you can need it.
Two.
Exactly.
And you could tell your opinion, but
Exactly.
you could still tell the facts.
Exactly. I agree. So the twist tone reflects the writer's what? The writer's or speaker's personal opinions, feelings, and beliefs. This sort of writing is common. This tone is common. This tone is common in when you have a personal essay, columns, or reviews. So say, for example, you're reading a review for something that you're trying to purchase, and they're telling you their experience. You would want to know what their experience is so you could be able to make a decision. So characteristics of objective tone is fact-based. Nassau is the capital of the Bahamas. It's neutral language. It doesn't pick a side. It's just straight facts. Formal. So if you're trying to write something that is formal, something that is sophisticated, something that, you know, is, say, for a formal essay that you're trying to write, you would go with objective. You wouldn't go with I believe and I say. No. You try to bring statistics and stuff because you're trying to show the reader that, hey, I ain't picking a side by just showing you all the facts. So if you're trying to persuade someone, you wouldn't use subjective. You would try to make it as facts-based as possible so that you could provide them with as much evidence. Formal language, right? And what else we have? An impersonal perspective. So when we say impersonal perspective, that means you use the third person. Now, when we say third person, that means that you do not use I, my, you use they, it, and you don't use you. So third person is like they, them, it, an individual, he or she, right? You don't
Mr. Petit, you don't use pronouns.
no, you don't use pronouns, like, except for the only thing you might use is they, them, it, an individual, a person may, right? Like you don't say, you could say he or she, you know, you could say he or she, but you can't say me, my, or I for the objective tone. Now for the subjective, you could do whatever you want to do. It's like a subjective. So for example, an objective essay, right, would be like if they ask you, what are some factors that leads to teenage depression? Right? If they ask you what are some factors that lead to teenage depression, you have the right and an objective tone, right?
Julian, I'd like to try.
Yeah. Or if they say, write a story about the worst day of your life, right? You can't use objective tone. You have to use a subjective tone. Why? Because you're talking about the worst day of your life, your experience. So you would use my day was horrible. Yes, Caleb.
Use the bottom bless.
Yes, you can. All right. So that's that. So subjective, I'm sorry, characteristics of a subject, characteristics of subjective tone. So you use subjective tone in narrative essay, like when you're writing a story about yourself, your experience, or a story about with different characters or stuff like that. It's way less formal. So it's emotional content. So that's like literature, poems and stuff. Opinionated language, right? And then you have the personal perspective. Personal perspective means that you're using the first person point of view. That's what we mean by subjective tone.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, do you see I sent a message in the chat?
No, I see it. Let me read it. Don't say that out loud, please. All right. Okay. Do you all understand the difference between objective and subjective? Let me know, please, if you understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For objective, what do we mean by objective tone?
Objective tone is a tone that is impartial, neutral,
I understand.
Yeah, impartial, neutral,
and unbiased. The focus is on presenting information and facts that and the facts without personal feelings or opinions, interpretations influencing the presentation.
Yes. So objective tone is when you're stating just the facts. No me, my, I, like it has nothing to do with me. It's just the facts. Subjective tone is when you're what? Subjective tone is what?
Personal
Personal
opinion,
what? Personal opinion, personal feeling. Yes. Anyone finish writing this down? Let me know if you finished writing this down.
I am.
Take a picture and send it to me, please. Take a picture of your work. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. For those of you who are finished writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you to do that for me. Where's Ricardo?
Yes.
Ricardo, what's the difference between subjective and objective? Where's Ricardo? Ricardo, can you hear me? Where's Ricardo? Ricardo, can you hear me? I can't hear from Ricardo. Vanessa Hunter, where's Vanessa?
Right here.
What's the difference between objective and subjective tone?
Objective tone is that It's impartial, neutral, and unbiased.
Uh-huh.
And a subject tone is personal, bias, and full of individual perspective
Yes.
and emotion.
Which one you rather? Or you like both?
Objective.
You rather objective? Why?
It's straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Danielle Curry, where's Danielle? Where's Danielle?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the difference between objective and subjective tone?
Sir.
What's the difference?
Objective.
You're like it's low.
So objective, you're basically hearing sides and whatever you're really listening to or reading. Personal feelings towards understanding towards subjective is basically picking a side.
Yeah, that's true. Very good point. Malicio Dorset, where's Malicio? Malicio. By the way, if you're finished writing this down, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, if you're finished writing this down, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I did.
Where is Malicio?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the difference between objective and subjective?
Objective and subjective.
Do you understand the difference between objective tone and subjective tone?
Yes, sir.
What's the difference?
Objective is like without any personal feelings, like it's just like pretty cold, and subjective is like, you know, with feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah, very good point. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this great exercise. Are y'all done with this slide? Can I move it? Oh, y'all still writing this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the bottom.
So
I'm
right.
finished.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the great exercise on this side then. All right, so this is gonna be on this side for those people who are still writing it. It's gonna be on that side. So for the great exercise, you're gonna put, you're actually writing this down, by the way. You're gonna put O for objective and S for subjective. O for objective and S for subjective. This should be simple enough. So you're gonna read the statements and put O for objective and S for subjective. Oh my goodness, please don't tell me. Okay, so.
Can we type out?
Right? No, you're actually writing this down. Write this down for me, please. Actually write this down.
Yes, sir.
So write O for objective.
We writing this down in our book.
That's correct. And S for subjective.
Thank you.
Write this down in your book for me, please. Number 1, water boils. Water boils. Write this down in your book, please. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. Number 2, chocolate ice cream is better. It's better or tastes better, so I should say. Tastes much better.
You made a type error.
What did I have? It tastes. Oh. Tastes. Tastes much better than vanilla ice cream. Write O for objective and S for subjective. Number 3, according to the World Health Organization.
Are we writing this in the chat or in our book?
Write in your book. Write this in your book for me, please. Regular physical activity. Regular physical activity. Can prevent various health conditions. Number 4, no other phone is better than Samsung. Not even.
On number 2, you made a mistake.
What I have. Find the World Health Organization.
You spell ice cream wrong in number 2.
It's wrong.
Samsung, that's good, you know.
Not even iPhone. Thank you. Number 5. The Amazon.
Boy, number 3 sticky.
Say it again.
Number 3 sticky.
Number 3? What's wrong with number 3?
Number 4, you put no instead of not.
No other phone is better than not even. Thank you. The Amazon rainforest is home to approximately 10% of the known species on Earth. All right. Write O for objective and S for subjective. Alea, what number you on?
I'm about to finish the last one.
And that's good. And Sean Norval Smith, what number you on?
I'm done.
Done with the notes and the questions?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you're finished, just like Sean, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you're finished, just like Sean, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Sasha Nico, what number you on?
Number 4.
Zion Neely, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
Number 1.
Cleveland, what number you on?
1.
Number 1. Okay. This is Google Forms.
Mr. Petit, can you put it back large? Because when it's small, it looks fadey.
No problem.
Mr. Petit,
Mm-hmm.
my computer might die soon. But I sent somebody to. I asked somebody to go get the charger for me. So if I please be on the lookout for like if I drop out of class or anything.
No problem.
Thank you.
No, don't write the answer, Bianca. You have to write this in your book. Where's Destin Jones? Justin Johnson? Are you still there? Destin Johnson. You have to write the answer. You have to write the question and the answer in your book. Write the question and the answer in your book.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
Isn't this the same as fact and opinion, but just with different words?
Mm-hmm. basically.
Isn't this isn't this similar to fact and opinion?
This is exactly it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so which one is fact, which one is opinion?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Subjective is opinion and objective is fact.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Are we done with this or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
The notes?
The questions as well. Y'all finished with the questions?
I done the questions now, but I done with the notes.
Okay. What number you on the questions?
I just started.
Who's speaking? Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cavani Seymour?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Jatina Gilton? Where's Jatina? Jatina Gilton, can you hear me?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I finished the work and I sent it to you.
Okay, that's good. And Harmony, what number you on?
Hello?
Yes, what number you on, Harmony?
Number 5.
Number 5, that's good. And
Mr. Petit, they sent you to work.
that's good. Where's Aiden Bain?
Yeah.
What number you on? What number you on?
I'm done. I sent it to you.
You finished, okay. Okay, and Alex Delavo, what number you on?
4.
4. How about you, Crispin Rogers? Crispin Rogers?
That's a
Number 5.
Number 5, okay. And Delvon Sands, what number you on?
That's a petite.
Delvon Sands, what number you on? I can't have from Delvon. Someone is calling my name.
I can open my mic.
Me.
Number 4. Number.
Yes, Caleb?
Number 3, I almost finished.
That's good. And
Mr. Petit, I just sent you my work.
who all are finished? Who all are completed? I mean, if you're finished.
I am.
Number 3.
I am.
Yeah, my brother.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and answer these. I need readers, please. I need 2.
I want to read.
Go ahead, Rodrigo.
I'll read number 2.
And Ethan.
Me.
And Jemiah.
I could read number 3, please.
Rodrigo, Ethan, and Jemiah. Just those 3. Go ahead, Rodrigo, number 1.
Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level.
What one is that? Objective or subjective?
Objective.
Why?
Objective.
Because it
Because
facts.
it doesn't no feelings or opinions.
No opinions. It doesn't. Listen, whether you hungry, thirsty, angry, sad, water still boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. Go ahead. Who else I said? Ethan. Go ahead, Ethan. Number 2.
Chocolate ice cream tastes much better than vanilla ice cream.
What you have for that one?
Subjective.
Subjective.
Oh boy, this is a O.
Subjective. My bad.
This is a O.
Subjective.
This is a O.
Who's saying O because maybe you like vanilla?
Definitely
S.
chocolate. But it's actually S, subjective. Why it's subjective?
Because it's opinion.
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion.
Okay, Mr. Petit, that's a fact.
No.
That's a
Some
fact.
persons might not
But
agree.
chocolate ice cream is better though.
That's a fact.
No.
All right. Number
Good.
number 3. Go ahead. Jemiah.
You said
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
1 second, Jemiah.
I'm here.
Read number 3, please.
According to the World Health Organization, regular physical activity can prevent various health conditions.
O or S?
Oh.
O, definitely O.
O.
Objective?
O.
Yeah, just facts. Go ahead, Rodrigo. Number 4.
No other phone is better than Samsung, not even iPhone.
Virtual mean what?
That's subjective.
That's
subjective.
That's subjective.
That's subjective.
Not only is it subjective.
This is O, buddy.
iPhone better
This is
Samsung.
That's a O.
Samsung better.
All right, so this is definitely an opinion. So it's gonna be subjective. And finally, go ahead, Rodrigo, number 5.
The Amazon rainforest is home to approximately 10% of the known species on Earth.
So what is that? Objective or subjective?
Objective.
Objective.
Because it's a fact.
Objective.
And you-
Anyone got all right? Anyone got all 5?
Me.
I got all right. I did.
Got all right.
I got all right.
Very good. If you already finished with writing this down and you sent it to me, you can leave. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Good night,
Good night,
Mr.
Mr.
P.
P.
Good night. Enjoy your night.
Take care.
By God's grace.
Take care. Take care. Have a good night. Take care.
Good night.
night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
My class was very easy tonight.
Oh, yeah, because you did that already, right?
You gave me the harder version.
Okay.
I enjoyed
Good night,
the
Mr.
math class.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Fatigues, I'm at number 4. I have to leave a bit.
Yes.
See you tomorrow by God's grace, Mr. Petty.
Likewise. Take care.
Good night, Mr. Matique. I enjoyed class today.
Glad to have you. All right.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I'll send you the work from today.
No problem. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Great night. That's my name, Dave. That's
Mr. Petit, I finish.
all right. Have a good night, Caleb.
Okay, you too.
Night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, Keenan.
Good night.
Good night. Hello, Griffin. Where's the work? I just was to send.
You mean English?
No, I mean the math. You want to send me nothing for math?
Oh, okay, I can send that right now.
Did you write down the notes based on the video, like I said?
Yeah, I mean, from what I understood, you wanted me to just write out the question that I was doing.
No, I wanted you to write down the question and notice in the video I also have the notes, not the notes, the working. That's what I wanted you to write. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to write down.
Okay. Because I was confused if you wanted me to write down like the notes as in like work out the question. I can do that, or write down the notes as in the video.
In the video.
Okay.
Remember to send me it right now. Yeah. I said remember to send me it right now.
Yeah, so my phone in the car, so I gotta do that. I gotta take a picture like that.
Okay, no. Okay, no problem.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
I'm at number 5 because I couldn't see something.
Okay, no problem.
Good night, Mr. Fatigues.
Good night. Good night.
Okay.
Good night. Good night.